I am about to start getting my dressing ready in the crock pot. It's 10 a.m. I need an 8x8 pan of cornbread, which I just made it in the round pan because it was easier since it's a nonstick pan. I didn't have to grease it, but this is the same recipe that would fit in an 8x8 pan. 4 slices of toasted bread, which I'm toasting right now. 2 cups of chopped celery. No, baby, no. They're gonna have turkey scraps. 1 onion diced, 3 beaten eggs, a 1/4 cup of melted butter, a tablespoon of poultry seasoning. And if you don't have poultry seasoning, you can do a teaspoon of marjoram, a teaspoon of sage, a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and then 2 cups of chicken broth or vegetable broth. But the chicken broth is like amazing. And I'm using the bone broth that I've shared the recipe with you. And if it's not the consistency you like it, you can add another 1/4 cup later. So I don't know if I'll need that extra 1/4 cup, but my notes here say last year to do that extra broth, so we'll see. I don't like it too watery. There's this perfect consistency that it's just heavenly. So I'm going to start by chopping my onions and celery, toasting this bread, and I'm going to get my rest of my ingredients ready. My bone broth is really gelatinous, so I'm going to warm it up a little bit to make sure that I'm getting the right measurements of liquid, you know. This is where all the nutrients comes in bone broth. Amazing. I actually haven't seen it like this because I warm it up before I use it, and I've never touched it with a spoon while it's cold, and it's like gelatinous. Crazy. Mama, hey, sweetie. So I've got the butter, eggs, seasonings, onions, and celery in the crock pot. I'm going to mix it all together by hand and then crumble the cornbread in there, as well as cut up the toast in there and mix it all up, and then pour the broth and mix it up again. You don't want to over mix, especially the cornbread. Let me make sure I gave you the right sequence in that. Put in 2 cups of broth. Yeah, then you want to gently combine it to keep the texture. All right, I'm going to mix this up. If it gets too hot, I have to turn the camera off, but it doesn't look like it will be. I guess I could do this with a spoon. That wasn't that complicated. Hey, Heck, can you crumble those breads and cornbread in here for me? Okay, I did the 2 cups and 1/4, and I agree with my notes, and I need to write another note on there saying, yes, this is accurate, because this texture is perfect to me. It's not too dry, and it's not too wet. And now you just let this cook for on high for 2 hours, and it'll be ready. I'm not really sure if we're having Thanksgiving lunch or dinner, but either way, this will be ready on time. Now for the turkey.